But Martha, who was still in the kitchen, preparing food for Jesus and his disciples, was cumbered about with much serving.
Look at this. Somebody come look at this. Look at this. Somebody come and look at this. Look at this. Bruh.
Ooh, Lord.
No, 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 no.
Jesus is Lord.
Oh my God! So Martha came and said to Jesus,
Excuse me, Jesus. Could you please ask Mary to come help me prepare this food so you can eat? She thinks she always need to be up under you, but I really need some help in this kitchen.
and Jesus said, Martha, Martha, thou art careful and troubled about many things, but this one thing is needful, and Mary has chosen the better part. For man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of God. Peace, be still, my sister. So Mary sat down with Martha and his disciples as Jesus taught the word to them. One day at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, Peter and John were on their way into the temple for prayer meeting. At the same time, there was a man crippled from birth being carried up to the temple. Every day he was set down at the temple gate, the one named Beautiful, to beg from those going into the temple. When he saw Peter and John approaching, about to enter the temple, he asked for a handout. Peter, with John at his side, looked him straight in the eye and said, "Look on us." Then he looked straight up, expecting to receive something from them. Then Peter said, "Silver and gold have I none, but such as I have give I unto thee. In the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth, rise up and walk. Peter grabbed him by the right hand and pulled him straight up. In an instant, his feet and ankles became firm. He jumped to his feet and walked. The man went into the temple with Peter and John, walking back and forth, dancing and praising God. Everybody there saw him walking around praising God. As they departed the temple, they recognized him as one who sat begging at the temple's gate beautiful, and rubbed their eyes, astonished, scarcely believing what they were seeing. The man then threw his arms around Peter and John, ecstatic. All the people ran up to where they were at Solomon's porch to see for themselves, and they all rejoiced. A certain man had 2 sons. And after some time, his younger son got into an argument. And he told his father, "I want my belongings, and I want all the money you had saved for me." Because his younger son was immature and did not have an appreciation for his privileges. So his father, being brokenhearted, acquiesced and agreed, and decided that he would go back into the room and pack his belongings to give his younger son. As the younger son waited to make his way out to enjoy the city life, his dad came and divided unto them his living. He gave the younger son and older son the belongings and some savings that he had for them. And as the son prepared to leave, the older son and the dad gave him a hug as he left out the door. So they waved him goodbye as he sped off to experience city life. And not many days after, the younger son gathered all together and took his journey into a far country, and there wasted his substance with riotous living. And when he had spent all he had, there arose a mighty famine in the land, and he began to be in want. And he went and joined himself unto a citizen of that country, and he sent him to feed his pigs in the field. And he would fain have filled his belly with the husks that the swine did eat, and no man gave unto him. And one day he came to his senses, and he said, "How many hired servants of my father have bread enough to spare, and I perish here with hunger? I will arise and go to my father, and will say unto my father, I have sinned and offended thee. I have sinned against heaven and before thee. I am not worthy to even be called your son. Make me one of your servants." And so he arose and made his way back into the city, to his home, to his father. And in embarrassment, he stumbled along toward the city, thinking how much he had offended his father and how badly he had sinned. And so he stumbled closer and closer as he made his way back home. And as he approached the house, the father happened to look out of the window and of the door and saw his son coming. And as he was a great way off, his father saw him and had compassion and ran toward him. And as he approached him with excitement, the younger son stumbled and fell to his knees. So his father picked him up, hugged him, fell on his neck, and kissed him. And the son said to his father, "Father, I have sinned against heaven and in thy sight, and am no more worthy to be called thy son." But the father hugged him and forgave him and stumbled toward the house as he hugged him. And as they came into the house, they all beheld him. But the father said unto his servants, "Bring forth the best robe to put it on him, and bring a ring and put it on his hand, and shoes on his feet. And bring the fatted calf, light up the grill, and let us all eat, and be merry. For my son who was dead is now alive again. He was lost, but is found." And they began to be merry. Now the oldest son was in the field, and he heard rejoicing. So the father went back into the field to give the son the good news and try to convince him to come back into the house. But the son was angry and said, "Father, I've been there for you. I've never left you, and you've never thrown me a party. But this dude has disappointed you, offended you, hurt you, and left you." And you went to throw him a party. But the father convinced the son to come back into the house. And as soon as his son was come, they rejoiced, because the son who was dead now lived, and he was lost, but he was now found. And the father told everybody, we ought to forgive him and love him at the time when he most needed. So they all rejoiced as the son who was lost was then found. Thank God for his heart of forgiveness and of mercy. There was a feast of the Jews, and Jesus went up to Jerusalem. Now there is at Jerusalem by the sheep market a pool which is called in the Hebrew tongue Bethesda, having 5 porches. In these lay a great multitude of impotent folk, of blind, of halt, withered, waiting for the moving of the water. For an angel went down at a certain season into the pool and troubled the water. Whosoever then first, after the troubling of the water, stepped in, was made whole of whatever disease he had. And a certain man was there, which had an infirmity 38 years. And when Jesus saw him lie, he knew that he had been now a long time in that case. So Jesus said unto him, Wilt thou be made whole? The impotent man answered, Sir, I have no man, when the water is troubled, to put me in the pool. But while I am coming, another steps down before me. Jesus said unto him, Rise, take up thy bed, And immediately the man was made whole and took up his bed and walked. On the same day was the Sabbath.
I don't really want to study at all. I don't want to do it.
It's raining.
Exactly. But like,
But oh my gosh, it's raining and then we have to come over here and study.
we don't have
Like,
the time for this. We
This
could
is
really
raining.
just be doing anything.
So this is on Saturday?
No, it's on Friday. But you know, we got time a little bit, but you know we gotta have fun. It's all about having fun.
Alright. Oh, but I'd rather do the other stuff.
Okay, everyone would rather do the other stuff.
Me either, bro. They be giving us so
That
much
teacher
work.
is tripping, bro.
Anything that's just not what we're doing right now. You know what
Right.
Okay.
And we just study later because the studying right now just seems so boring.
That makes sense to me.
Exactly.
I ain't gonna do it. Bro, what took y'all so long?
What up, gay?
Sorry about that.
Okay. So what can we do to not study? I just don't want to study right now.
Oh no,
I don't
bro.
know,
I've been thinking about that too, bro. I'm in G not trying to study right now, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
me
I've been looking at this book. I don't even know what I'm reading at this point, bro.
Exactly.
Man, we can do whatever we want at this point. Just
But
do
if we
something.
just make sure we just remember what we have to remember what we have to remember.
Scoot over, bro. Scoot over.
I got. Don't worry about it.
It just seems like the test seems easy. It doesn't seem like you need that much time to study.
The teacher
You
does.
should just not study today
Okay.
and then just do whatever.
And the weekends are to have fun, you know what I'm
You know
saying?
what I'm saying? I don't need to be
Exactly.
doing this right
What'd
now.
you get on the last test?
Bro, don't even ask again. I got a 50 on that, bro.
A 50? I mean, I got a D. It's passing.
Exactly. That's in my
Yo.
class.
Hey, y'all
The
from
one
our
in the
class.
white. Yeah. Hi. Hey guys.
What's up?
What's good?
Are you guys studying for the test that's on Friday? Yeah, we are.
Dang, bro. You ain't even bring none for the whole crew. What you doing right now, bro?
Hey, I mean, I got one for me, but relax. I'll get one for you.
Yes. That's what I'm talking about, bro.
Got you, dog.
That's what I like to hear.
Ew, a Pepsi? You
Oh,
guys
man.
drink
I mean,
that?
I'll take it, but you know.
Mountain Dew or something. So, what's the move, guys?
I'm saying, do the
Oh, order real quick.
Alright,
I gotta take this.
Alright, no problem.
Let me take this real quick. Yo, what's up? Oh, nah, I'm not doing nothing. I'm just out here studying and stuff. I mean, I don't really got nothing else to do. Oh, you said there's a barbecue? I bet. Can some of my homies slide? Alright, I'll go let them know. Alright, thank you. Yo, guys, guess what? We just got invited to a barbecue. Y'all trying to go to the barbecue?
I mean, that sounds kind of decent. That sounds kind of
I got the same church tomorrow? Yeah, but
But it's easy though, y'all don't know about it?
Y'all been disturbing us all day. We trying to get some work. We trying to get some work.
y'all lame, bro. Just come to the barbecue with us.
Come on, let's just go to the barbecue. Isn't
Come on,
that
man.
wrong?
Let's go.
Hey, bro, what's up?
What's up, bro?
Man, y'all watch out.
No, we're gonna study. Y'all gonna go that way. Go ahead.
They not about it anyway.
But we just
Never
wanted,
on nothing.
we just wanted y'all to come to the barbecue. But if y'all don't want to chill with us, that's
That's it. That's
That's
it.
y'all. We about to bounce anyway.
Let's go, bro. They just gonna see on us now. They some bums
Don't
on the road.
forget,
They're not about it
chapter
anyways.
6, chapter 7, chapter 8 for test on Friday. Okay. Get y'all
Get out of
study
here.
good.
Get out of here.
Alright, so we gonna go get ready now. Then go to the park.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Go,
Give me
bro.
sex, watch on my wrist on the day, but it's Rolex. Grizzly up next, I'm up now, stuck in Will invest.
556, 100, 700 trees, let's get paid to it.
Thank you.
As long as y'all got your mask on, y'all good.
All right, let's go.
Are y'all having a good time? Yeah! Y'all having a good time? Yeah! Alright. Before we go, I got my 4 homies here invited out.
All right, I just want to say a big shout out to my man Ed for the invite. Right before we came here, the craziest thing was happening to us.
You would not believe it, bro. Let them know.
Okay. So we were here, we're at the library, we're just chilling, doing a little studying as we should. And then, we're real college students. We should be doing what we do. But then we're just there, we're minding our business, and these people come up on us like all talking fast and everything like that.
They trying to sky with us, you know?
I was like, we ain't about that, bro. But I mean, if you want it, sheesh.
Exactly.
So then they start beefing up on us, they pushing us here, there.
Yep.
We're backing up because we fend for ourselves. That's what we do. Then, it gets broken up because they were scared. They weren't.
They didn't want it, bro.
So it is what it is, and I'm a good Christian man. But for the one time,
we had to do it to him. So
a little bit of disrespect on the way out, just a little bit.
But we really appreciate you guys. Y'all came, invited us, welcomed us, got that good food over there.
Right? Smells banging, bro.
Hey guys, it's getting pretty late.
Jeez.
You got about like 2 hours.
Yeah, for sure. We need to go.
So we could go study for a little bit and get something.
Do a little something.
Get some food.
All right. Maybe different.
I'll take a little bit of hot dog.
What kind of size you want? The corn.
I'll take some beans.
You want some?
Man, what are you doing?
Bye.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much.
Don't be easy. Hey, no more fighting, man. No more fighting.
We'll try not to.
This dog. This don't add up. I can't believe it. I've never done this badly before.
It took 6% for me.
Oh my God.
I wonder what they got. Love that. Love to see it. Thank you. I got you. With this grade.
I don't understand this.
I did what I had to do. You gave me a 6%.
I got 24. Come on, please.
Just anything we can do. Extra
credit.
credit,
Like
some makeup work.
Class with this.
Please.
I'm trying to
There gotta be
my
some.
credit, please.
You know what
I need
I'm
this
going
to
to
pass
do?
my.
I do this almost every semester at midterm time. I want to teach you guys something, okay? And how many of you? 4? So I have enough. But I'll tell you first. I look at your grades and I just suspect what may have been happening. Number 1, I want to teach you all a few things. Number 1, you got to take responsibility for the decisions you make and for the consequences of your choices. Obviously, you guys have not been studying like you should have, because there are other people in the class who made 100. Yeah. Number two, the good news is you do not allow one mistake to define your destiny. This is just one mistake from one test. Don't let that define your grade and define your destiny. You never let one mistake define your destiny. You still got a long way to go. Y'all a freshman? Yeah, you still got a long way to go. You got 4 years to go. Number three, you got to remember you always have another chance. It's not the last. I know you failed and you got to take responsibility, but you always got a second chance. But let me teach you some lessons. You got to put first things first. You know you're in school to graduate and get good grades. Let that be a priority. Prioritize your time. Make sure you let your studying be the number one priority in your life. And everything else will just flow. What y'all do, man? Y'all didn't study or something? What happened, man? Tell me the truth.
We didn't play on that.
But y'all went to parties or something?
We might have went to a little.
Just a few.
You might have.
Just a few. Yeah.
All right. That means you were led by your emotions and feelings.
Yeah.
Don't let your emotions and feelings lead you, man.
Yes, sir.
You need a schedule, and you need to go by that schedule. And number 7, don't expect success if you didn't put the work in. What I'm going to do, I'm going to give each of y'all a sheet. And I want you to pin that sheet, probably on your mirror or somewhere you can see it. And if you really, not just read it, but adhere to it, it'll ensure success. So it's not your last chance, but if you come making these grades again, you're going to make an F in the class. So it's not the last chance, but I can't change this grades, man, because you all got them. So you know what to do.
Yeah.
All right. Yes, sir.
All right, thank you, man.
Yo, thank you, Professor.
Thank you. Dang, bruh.
I'm really stuck with this 6%. That's what really killing me.
We kind of just have to learn from it.
Yeah,
It's a 6% for me.
Hey.
we kind of did it to ourselves too.
Yeah.
Next time I just have to study. Next time that's what we have to do.
We can't get distracted next
We
time.
can't, bruh. Like, don't be inviting me for nothing, bruh.
Yes.
And again, Jesus and his disciples entered into Capernaum after some days, and it was noised that he was in the house. And straightway many were gathered together, inasmuch as there was no room to receive them, no, not so much as about the door. And he preached the word unto them. And they came unto him, bringing one sick of the palsy, which was born of 4. And when they could not come near unto him for the press, they ran around the house, and they uncovered the roof where he was. And when they had broken it up, they let down the bed wherein the sick of the palsy lay. And when Jesus saw their faith, he said unto the sick of the palsy, Son, thy sins be forgiven thee. But there were certain of the scribes sitting there and reasoning within their hearts. And Jesus asked, Why reason ye these things? So he said unto the sick of the palsy, Arise, take up thy bed, and go thy way into thy house. And immediately he arose. And they were all amazed and glorified God, saying, We never saw it on this fashion. Who touched me?
Your faith has made you whole.
Then Jesus went thence and departed into the coasts of Tyre and Sidon. And behold, a woman of Canaan came out of the same coast and cried unto him,
My daughter, Jesus, she's vexed with the devil.
But he answered her not a word.
Please, tell me, help me.
And the disciples came and besought him and begged him, saying, Send her away, for she cries unto us. And she came and worshipped. But he answered, I am not sent, but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. It is not meet to take the children's bread and feed it unto the dogs.
Truth, Lord, but even the dogs eat of the crumbs from the master's table.
Then Jesus answered and said, O woman, great is thy faith. Be it unto thee even as thou wilt. And her daughter was made whole from that very hour. And when Jesus was come into Peter's house, he saw his wife's mother laid and sick of a fever. So he went into the house and into her room, and he touched her hand, and the fever left her, and she arose. ministered unto them.
Everybody, everybody! Wow! I've been healed! Wow! Awesome!
My servant, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine, my servant. You're gonna be just fine. I hear Jesus is coming to town. I hear Jesus is coming. And I'm gonna find him.
And when Jesus was entered into Capernaum, there came unto him a centurion, beseeching him, and saying, Lord, my servant lieth at home sick of the palsy, grievously tormented. And Jesus said unto him, I will come and heal him. The centurion answered and said, Lord, I am not worthy that thou shouldest come under my roof. But speak the word only, and my servant shall be healed. For I am a man under authority, having soldiers under me. And I say unto this man, Go, and he goeth, and to another, Come, and he cometh, and to my servant, Do this, and he doeth it. When Jesus heard it, he marveled, and said unto them that followed, Verily I say unto you, I have not found so great faith, no, not in Israel. And I say unto you, that many shall come from the east and west, and shall sit down with Abraham and Isaac and Jacob in the kingdom of heaven. But the children of the kingdom shall be cast out into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. And Jesus said unto the centurion, Go thy way, and as thou hast believed, so be it done unto thee. And his servant was healed in the selfsame hour. And they rejoiced with great and exceeding joy. And they came to Jericho. And he entered the temple and preached the word.
Righteousness never looks righteous. The path to greatness never looks great. For his chosen people
as he went out of Jericho with his disciples and a great number of people, blind Bartimaeus, the son of Timaeus, sat by the highway side begging. And when he heard that it was Jesus of Nazareth, he began to cry out,
Jesus, thou son of David, have mercy on me.
And many charged him that he should hold his peace. But he cried the more a great deal,
Have mercy on me, Jesus.
And Jesus stood still and commanded him to be called. And they called the blind man, saying unto him, Be of good comfort, rise, he calleth thee. And he, casting away his garment, arose and came to Jesus. And Jesus answered and said unto him, What wilt thou that I should do unto thee? The blind man said unto him, Lord, that I might receive my sight. And Jesus said unto him, Go thy way, thy faith hath made thee whole. And immediately he received his sight and followed Jesus in the way. And on the third day, there was a wedding in Cana of Galilee, and the mother of Jesus was there.
The bride and the bridegroom.
Then there was the reception. And both Jesus and his disciples were called to the wedding in Cana of Galilee. And then Jesus arrived with his disciples to the wedding. They approached the house. And they were well received by the wedding guests.
Definitely. Yeah, we are.
Governess? Can you get us some more, please?
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. Is there more wine? bridegroom, he wants more wine. Can you fill that up, please?
Oh, I'm sorry, we're out of wine.
Thank you.
Hey guys, how y'all doing? Hey, do you all have any wine? My guys want some wine.
We're sorry. We're sorry.
On the winer.
Y'all guys want wine? Just come say
And
Jesus.
when they had wanted wine,
How you doing, mother?
the mother of Jesus said unto him, They have no wine. And Jesus said unto her, Woman, what have I to do with thee? Mine hour is not yet come. So his mother went unto the servants and said, Whatsoever he says unto you, please do. And there was set there 6 water pots of stone, after the manner of the purifying of the Jews, containing 2 or 3 firkins apiece. And Jesus said unto them, Fill the water pots with water. And they filled them up to the brim. And Jesus said unto them, Draw out now, and bear unto the governor of the feast. And they bare it, and called to the governor of the feast to taste the wine. And when she had there tasted, she was shocked and surprised that it was wine.
What?
And so she called unto the bridegroom and said, Come, taste this. And so the bridegroom came and tasted.
I mean, yes, I can't believe it. I mean, come, bring him some.
And could not believe that Jesus had turned the water into wine. But only the servants had known what was done.
I don't know how to explain it.
Really?
Yeah, it was. They told me there was nothing else.
This
No
tastes
more wine.
incredible.
It.
I gotta share this with my wife and the family. I got to.
Please.
Excuse me.
Yes, sure.
So the bridegroom called everyone to gather together to see what was done and to behold the miracle that had taken place.
You know, typically at these types of occasions, the best wine is given first, and you all have your fill, and then the cheap wine is saved for last. But you all really, I mean, you really saved the best for last.
And they all rejoiced and glorified Jesus. This beginning of miracles did Jesus in Cana of Galilee, and manifested forth his glory, and the disciples believed on him. And when Jesus was come down from the mountain, great multitudes followed him. And behold, there came a leper and worshipped him, saying, Lord, if thou wilt, thou canst make me clean. And Jesus put forth his hand and touched him, saying, I will, be thou clean. And immediately his leprosy was cleansed. And Jesus said unto him, See thou, tell no man, but go thy way. Show thyself unto the priest, and offer the gift that Moses commanded for a testimony unto them.